Hello friends, today we are going to start electricity. We know that electricity plays a very important role in our day-to-day life. We cannot spend a single day without electricity. In today's class, we are going to discuss electrical quantities. So let's begin with a very basic question of electricity, that is, what is electric current? As its name indicates, electric current. Current means something flowing or something moving. As you know, water current, air current, right? So electric current is a flow of something. Now what is that something? We'll learn later in this class. Okay. In order to understand the electric current, let's understand first the water current. Okay. So here there are two tanks A and B. So you can see the level of water in A is higher than B, and therefore water will flow from A to B, from tank A to B, because A is at higher level and B is at lower level. Similarly, electric current also flows from higher potential to lower potential. See, not only water, even air also blows from a region at higher pressure to a region at lower pressure. Heat also flows from a body at higher temperature to a body at lower temperature. Suppose you hold ice in your hand, okay, then heat will flow from your hand to ice, because the temperature of your hand is greater than ice, and therefore ice starts melting. Whenever something flows, it flows from high to low. As we have seen, water also flows from A to B. Suppose the level of water in both the tanks are equal, then can water flow? No. When the level of water in one of the tank is higher, then only water flows from higher level to lower level. Before we start electric current, let's first understand good conductors and bad conductors. Now, good conductors are the material which consist of free electrons. We know that every object consists of atoms and therefore electrons. We have discussed the structure of atom in previous class. Okay, we know that atom consists of central placed nucleus, which consists of protons and neutrons, and electrons revolve around the nucleus in different shells. So good conductors also consist of electrons and bad conductors also consist of atoms and therefore electrons. But the main difference between good conductors and bad conductors is that good conductor consists of free electrons. Means these electrons, especially the electrons in the valence shell, they are loosely bound to this nucleus in good conductors, and therefore these electrons are called as free electrons. With the less energy, these free electrons can easily move in a metal. Example of good conductors are copper, aluminum, graphite. All these are good conductors. Okay, and bad conductor means insulator. Insulator like plastic, wood, all these are bad conductors. So both consist of electrons, but good conductors means like metal consist of free electrons, and therefore electric current flows in only good conductors. So for the electric current to flow, there must be two things. First, free electrons, and second, okay, first is free electrons, and we also require the difference in something, right? As we have seen, in this case, there must be the difference in the level of water. Similarly, in electric current, there must be the difference in potential, which is called as potential difference. This potential difference is also called as voltage and denoted by V. So if there is a potential difference, then only the electric current will flow. Consider a metal wire, because we know that metal is a good conductor of electricity since it consists of free electrons. Can electric current flow through this wire as it consists of free electrons? No, because there is no difference in the potential. Okay, so for the electric current to flow, there must be difference in the potential, and this is provided by a battery. Battery gives the potential difference which is required for the electric current to flow. If we consider a metal wire, okay, and we know that it consists of electrons. There are infinite number of electrons if we consider even a small piece of metal. Now these electrons move in all possible direction with all possible velocities. So there is no electric current. The net current is 0. But when you apply a potential difference with the help of battery, means when you connect this wire to a battery, then electric current flows from positive terminal to negative terminal. Okay. How the water flows from high level to low level, similarly electric current flows from higher potential to lower potential. Okay. So electric current is nothing but the flow of electrons, rate of flow of electrons. Mathematically, electric current is expressed as total charge by time. So total charge divided by time is nothing but electric current. Electric current is measured in ampere. Okay. So 1 ampere electric current is equals to 1 coulomb of charge divided by 1 second. When 1 coulomb of charge flows for a second, then electric current is said to be 1 ampere. This is a simple electric circuit which consists of cell, switch, filament lamp and connecting wires. Okay. So when a switch is on, means when the circuit is closed, then the electric current flows from positive end of a battery to the negative end of a battery. And in this circuit, electric current flows in one direction. Therefore, this current is called as DC current, means direct current, the current which flows in one direction. Each component in this circuit has standard symbol. For example, this K stands for switch, okay, then L stands for lamp and C stands for cell and I stands for electric current. A circuit provides continuous path for the electric current to flow. Okay, when the switch is closed, electric current flows, and when the circuit is open, electric current doesn't flow. See, it's quite opposite. Okay, when it is closed, then electric current flows. When it is open, electric current does not flow, because when the circuit is open, so there is a break in the flow of electric current, and therefore circuit also breaks, and there is no electric current in the circuit, and therefore the electric bulb will not glow. Okay, you can remember in this way, when the circuit is closed, the bulb glows. Okay, so bulb glows only when circuit is closed. See, it's quite opposite to the thing. I'll give an example. See, when the shop is open, then you can get the things, but when the shop is closed, you will not get the things, okay, which you want to buy. But here it is opposite. When circuit is closed, then electric current flows and bulb glows. When circuit is open, electric current doesn't flow, and then the circuit is said to be broken. Mathematically, electric current is denoted by I is equals to Q by T. Q is the total charge and T is time. So it is the rate of flow of electrons. Okay. And this battery gives the potential difference, means it gives the push for the electrons to flow. Electrons flow through this switch, then through this bulb to the negative terminal from positive terminal. So there is a one complete path. In next class, we will learn about electric potential and electric resistance. So if you like this topic, please don't forget to hit the like button and also subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.